pregnancy, Brand? What's that?
When I had my baby.
You had your baby?
He's 5 now, but like you just kind of forget sometimes. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just how I am. I'm just too far up. So sometimes, and then I'm not in San Diego a lot. I travel, I'm doing my music and all that. So like mine popping, like I was on the television, Blueface Bad Girls Club.
So you heard her, the real Bonnie. She came out of nowhere. This Bonnie chick. Obviously, you already know from what she just said out of her mouth. She was on the Blueface Bad Girls Club, but she was one of the last of the Mohegans alongside with Chrisean to leave the compound with the pimp, Blueface. So I didn't know he had basically what I would call, or what it sounded like in this interview. From what she said, it sounded like they had some polygamy going on, or what Blueface would categorize or consider polygamy. It just sounded like that. But she openly admits in this interview, what is it? No Jumper. I will put the link at the top of the description of this interview. Shout out to that channel and to him, No Jumper. But she talks a lot about Chrisean. It's a love-hate relationship. I think that not even Chrisean knew that she was probably not that loved by this chick, Bonnie. Talks a lot about Bonnie, more than even Blueface, but it sounded like both CRISEAN Rock and Bonnie were having a relationship at the same time. But financially, she couldn't do it because she had another household to take care of, which was her main household where her son was at. Well, gonna have to go back to, because the little boy was living with her on the compound when she was doing the Bad Girls Club, and stayed with her until she had to go back because I guess people that were staying in her house, family or friends or both, they were not paying the bills and things were getting behind. And I guess the money that, Blueface or Two-Face was promising to provide or give them for their services, she wasn't getting it. So she just was fed up, and she just, without notice, this from her own mouth, the horse's mouth, left. So we're going to listen to what she has to say about this whole love triangle and how she inserted herself back in the situation, and she's now making it seem like CRISEAN Rock is out to get her.
Let's talk about that. Like, first and foremost, I just wanted to, how are you today?
I'm doing amazing. I'm so grateful God woke me up today.
Yeah.
I manifested everything for my new year. Things are kicking off. I'm happy to be here at No Jumper. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
Just want to say that. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, your last time here, we were in a panel. I think it was me, you, Kazoom Zoom. I think she was here. I don't know. What year was that?
She was here, and then,
it was, I think it was organic as well.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it got a little hectic.
A little, yeah, I didn't understand. I was like, why are you coming?
I was just a little upset about the bruises on your legs, and then the Jack in the Box cup. I'm just telling you how I analyzed it at first.
You didn't have to be upset, though.
I wasn't.
Okay, you just said you were, okay.
No, I mean,
I'm just wondering why.
I wanted to do something about it, and I just wanted to say something.
Right, if someone asked me about my...
bothering.
If someone asked me about my life, and I'm telling you, this is why I feel like I'm chosen, or this is what's happened to me, and this is the game.
There we go.
Yeah, the free game, or whatever y'all said. Obviously I want to be respected while I'm telling my story, because it's a sensitive situation. It's not something to be joking or playing with or arguing me down about why I'm feeling this way or whatever. But we can move forward if we want.
Well, we was on a panel, you know what I'm saying? And when we're sitting there amongst a bunch of people, it's not really to highlight you to that magnitude at that point.
Right, we have to highlight everyone.
You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes people stand out, so it's not my fault for standing out. Because y'all kind of made it about me when y'all asking me why I'm chosen, why this, that, and the third.
Well, you had said you was the chosen one. So we had asked, we was like, what makes
So obviously I'm a star.
At that time, what makes you the star? All right, cool. What makes you, you know what I'm saying, the chosen one at that time? That's what we was curious about. The chosen one, that's...
I wouldn't have picked her to be on the interview. She talks too much. She thinks she's the chosen one. If you was the chosen one and whatever have you, you would have stayed with Blueface. You would have let him run the game on you. And you wouldn't be back now trying to be in his life now, trying to insert yourself back in his life. He's in jail, but I'm quite sure you're going to wait around because he's getting out in July. July 2nd, 2024, by the way. I mean, you're going to wait around now and think you're going to come up and be another second Chrisean Rock? Girl, bye.
So that's
a high statement.
It's a high statement.
Because I think highly of myself. I think highly of my wealth and highly of my health. Everything that has to do with me, I have to bring that aura, that energy, and I have to be confident in what I talk about and what I do and how I move.
Yeah.
So everything I do is for me, and just grateful that God helped me get through like all this trauma and everything, you know? So moving forward.
I got a question for you. Let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, you being in the house, the time you was in the house with Blueface Chrisean. What was that? Like you said, how was that? Like, let's highlight that a little bit. You being in the house with him, like, what was that experience like for you?
It was, okay, so what part of the experience, like when
from the very beginning,
like the show or the signed part?
I mean, we can talk about both. I
was there for a while.
You was there for a while, so let's talk about how it first started.
So when I first started, so I was obviously on the Bad Girls Club season 1, Blueface Bad Girls Club season 1, and out of all 10 girls, you know, me and Chrisean stood out the most.
Right.
So, you know, we in there fighting, we arguing, everybody's doing what they do. Chrisean, she was kind of cool with me at the time. After she kind of got weird as definitely don't make, like, she tried to play me out to be a not. Excuse me, is it time to okay. Period.
Now you
this is good. I'm not
look, you said it right at the mark.
Yeah, you see how aligned I am? Okay. So
I wouldn't call it a club, but you
get it though. So like I was saying, because this is very, very serious. So I'm not
Chill
the
out.
one.
Can I ask you something before we start doing anything?
This is why I didn't need a shot, bro.
No, because I feel like you snipping at me a little bit, and I'm like this. Hey,
I'm not.
You don't have to flare up. You can put the chest. We can put it away. We're here.
Well, my are out though. I can't put those away. They're too big. The button will break.
What they gotta do. I understand.
The button will break off if I try to do it.
Understandable. Okay. But we ain't gotta pop at each other.
Well, I'm not popping at you. I'm popping at the situation of Chrisean, like just popping off at how I felt in that moment. Don't take this personal. It's not towards you. If I come off a little like this is what's going on.
Understandable.
That's just how I'm feeling right now. I'm heated because this is something I've been wanting off my chest. Okay. So yeah, like she played me out to be like some type of fake not. I'm an Aquarius. I'm actually one of the realest alive. And you know, it's just funny because I get it now. I get how you got to do things for clout or how you got to make yourself stand out. So in a room full of I stand out, obviously, she has to do the most to stand out. You have to jump on the table, jump in the camera. It's like, you got to do all that. Me, I could sit and look pretty and pop off. Like, I don't have to do all of that. So obviously I get it. Okay, you're doing the most. But at the end of it all, Blue signed me in. And so it was just me and her living in the house, and I had my son, she had her dog, this and that. So Blue's already telling us like
it's only y'all two in the house.
Now she's gonna talk the whole interview about this Chrisean Rock. And you're supposed to be so much better, high and mighty, you know, the chosen one, but yet and still you left. Chrisean Rock, she stayed. She's not doing any better, you know, mentally. Or emotionally, because we know you got issues too, sis. Okay, Bonnie. However, she has climaxed to the next level, and she probably has ran past you in the race, and you are jealous about that. You are mad at yourself about that because you didn't want to stay because you didn't want to crawl before you walked. And Chrisean Rock, she didn't want to either, but it was the love that kept her there with Blueface, and also the vision she had, that your vision in your mind was there, and you let your mind and your thoughts take over everything, so you bail. So now you want to sit there and throw Chrisean Rock underneath the bus because she's doing better than you, and you're trying to get to where she's at now. So now you want to insert yourself. Get yourself all jammed up, which you're gonna see. Even in this interview, she almost got herself jammed up. And going further, especially in the summertime when allegedly this is when they're saying they're gonna release Blueface, she gonna be getting jammed up then too.
after the show. This is after the show. Actually, a few months went by. We enjoyed our holidays, like separate or what. And
what was your experience during the show before we get to like after?
During the show, I was just being
yeah.
But honestly, during the show, it definitely gave like I've never been to jail, but like it just gave jail. Like that's how jail would be. Just watch your back, you know, sneaking you. You got to be ready. You know, they throwing your clothes in the pool, up on the roof. Like it was a lot. It was a lot. But honestly, like overall experience was fun. I was glad to like have been around those people. But obviously, like, I don't know. These just was too much. Like,
So after the show, you stayed at the house, you and your son.
Yeah.
Right. And Chrisean was there.
You know, daddy.
Yeah. Chrisean was in the house as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she had her dog and all that. So we lived together.
You hear her? Blue was daddy. Daddy who? Daddy to his 2 kids from Jaidyn and 1 from Chrisean Rock, or daddy to you and your son? Girl, bye. Please. He's not even playing daddy to kids he put into this world. We know what she means when she says daddy. Okay. She don't mean father, even though he was allegedly trying to play that role with her son. She's making it seem like he's my daddy. Daddy, yeah, girl, better stop. If he was so much your daddy, you would not have left and try to go to plan B. You would still be at plan A.
There. And you know, we had to basically get along. This wasn't no more fighting each other or arguing and all that. We was getting along. We vlogging together. We going to the studio together. All we had to do was make music, don't work, don't just, you know, not just stay home, but like go to the studio, make music, do photo shoots, like basically make content. So that was just all we had to do. And we
what happened? Like why you feel like it went sour? You guys was making content?
Because it was like I'm just real and I don't really like I don't know. Everyone could tell like I'm real. I can fake it if I have to, but like I'm just not fake. And she just was so jealous of me. Like
felt like the relationship was fake.
Like there will be one day where we're talking about God, praying, holding hands, talking about like this is my sister. She was like my little sis. You feel me?
Yeah.
And there's other days where she's like getting weird, and I'm like, bro, like let's pray. Like you're being weird. Why are you acting jealous? You know, like there's nothing to be jealous of. Obviously, Blue wants me to be here. I got the chains too. He bought me 2 chains just like her, matching chains. So it's like,
what happened to him? You sold them?
No, I didn't sell them.
Yeah, she probably sold them. She would have had that on if she had the chain. She pawned them. She was strapped for cash. No, I'm just joking. I don't know her. She just inserted herself into the equation. But who knows? She may have sold them. She may have not. She didn't give me none of the money.
I'm just saying, you know, out of sight, out of mind.
Why do I have to sell them?
Not because you need the money. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying out of sight, out of mind. Sometimes people want to disconnect.
No, I still have the chain. I still have it. Okay. Yeah. I obviously could have wore it today, but I wanted to wear my diamonds. It matched better. I didn't need no bust. Yeah, I didn't need to be too bust down and all that today.
So are you saying that you still may possibly you love him still?
I don't.
Because you say you would have wore it today. You know what I'm saying? You like I would.
I'll answer the question. Yeah, she does. She loves him probably more than she loves herself, like Chrisean Rock. That's why I said over the summer when he gets out, trust and believe it's going to be some beefing going on, honey.
Shane, I'm not trying to, I mean, this, okay. Can we skip to the next question? You're making me blush, bro. Stop.
I'm just asking.
Okay, let's just say this. I appreciate Blue and I do have love for him for what he's done for me. And I do, we still are friends to this day. And like,
you guys still have conversations? You guys still
text we might have some things in the work, possibly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say too much. But yeah, like, you know, people kind of just thought he kicked me to the curb. That's not what happened. I left. So the whole thing about it was I disappeared. I just left out of nowhere. I left. And for like a couple years, here I am popping back out. So it's like, why are you just now popping out? What happened to me? You know? And I actually did an interview with Jessica West Side Stories. And that explained like my background on why I left and like how I felt, why I felt like I needed to leave and just like the whole dynamic of that. And if they go on there, it's on YouTube. You can like view that. I don't want to go.
Why'd you have to leave? No, we got.
I didn't have to leave. I left because I had a lot of personal going on. Also, I felt like Blue just wasn't really kicking it off for me hard enough. Like I felt like after being there for a while, I should already had a song out with him. Like we were working towards it, but it just was so slow. And then my apartment, you know, family members are, and then I'm almost getting evicted. I have a kid, so I would never choose. Like, yeah, obviously I have to choose a career, but like I had to take care of my name, like my credit, my name, like just in case something happened where in the long run where me and Blue fall off, and then I need to find a place. Why would I like risk not having a place to go with my kid? Like that's any parent or mom would choose fixing their life over that, because that is always going to be there. It can always come back to, even if it's not with him, just in general, just come back to my career when it takes time.
This is just my opinion, you know, talking with you and chiming in on it, shining some light. I feel like sometimes you got to make, and it sucks because that's the world we live in, especially the country we live in. You got to make sacrifices. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if I would think you strong. Know where you from. You should have been able to thug that out real quick just to see like, hey, what this can really entail to. You know what I'm saying? Like you already worked so hard to get to where you was at that time to kind of like just cold turkey. And
that's kind of what Blue said, but I couldn't.
You know what? Let me say something to you. He sounds like a PIMP. But listen, let me say this, unless I may have got him mistaken from somewhere else. First and foremost, if you know Big O, there is a dude, he's I'll say alleged, even though I know what he is, but I don't want to say something that could be incriminating him. He might not consider himself or call him that. But he is on Big O, and I'm getting a brain fog, and he knows him, and they're all in the pimp game, okay? And I also seen him on this guy's show who gets like homeless people or pimps. He's not homeless, this guy, no jumper that owns this channel here. But he's in the pimp game. And I'll probably pull it up so you'll see what I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure this is him. And that voice is also distinct. So he's talking like a PIMP, okay? So this is where all this is coming from. This is where his logic and thought process is coming from. It's from the hustle, from the game prior that he was in or still in. And that's why he's thinking like that, okay? And I'm trying to think of this dude's name. Put it in the comment section if you guys know this. Oh, TKO Capone. He's on Big O. He used to do commentary videos back and forth with Nature Boy. And also, he also was a rapper. And I think he still does rap. So I can also look him up so we can put it all together, and you can say, oh, maybe you can say, oh no, I learned something new. But yeah, they're all PIMPs. This is where his thought process is coming from, telling what he's telling Bonnie, because he's lived and made money off that hustle. I'm not too sure if he's still doing it, but that's where he comes from, that type of lifestyle.
I mean, yeah, but I felt like it was like I just didn't feel right just continuing on, knowing that like in the back of my head that possibly I have to think. I'm Aquarius, so I think very like long run, like longevity. And for me, it just didn't make sense to like, let me do this and then risk my whole name. Like obviously some people would risk their name, but like you feel me? Look at Chrisean, like got out of all her money by just putting her, just keep on going. Like you should have had together. Now you're starting over. You didn't think things through. You thought, you know, while you're sitting, I'm sitting here worried about what I have to do. Like, I'm not that type of, so like.
Yeah, you and Chrisean are night and day. So it's like,
yeah,
you didn't have to be what she was.
Yeah, and I'm never going to be that. That's the thing. Like, I'm always going to be myself. I never have to follow up behind someone. I think that's what made her more mad, was that I wasn't a follower. Like, I'm a leader. She's a strong personality, but so am I. But I don't have to jump out and pop out at people. I don't have to start stalking someone to get some type of attention. Like, I know how to get my attention by sitting here and just being myself.
You feel like you left the situation with nothing? You feel like you gained anything, and not even money. Like, we don't even like the financial game, right? Do you like just even connections, learning things? You know
I had connections after, but I felt like, you know, had I stayed longer, maybe I would have been.
She gained connections, no money. Okay, I'll answer that question for her.
and, you know, doing baddies, or I would have been doing this and that. But the thing about it is I believe in God, and like God works in mysterious ways, and he's always on time. So anytime that I felt like I should have or I could have did this, I know God had me move in the way that I moved for a reason. You know what I mean? And like I said, me and Blue are still friends. So I feel like if opportunities were to present itself, I'm gonna be able to like take control of that. And this time I feel like I have a lot more control than I did before because I'm older. I'm a little bit wiser. I mean, I'm not older like old, but like it's been a couple years. So
you agree to disagree or agree, disagree, whatever you want to do like this. Sometimes, hey man, like you got to pick a struggle.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have to pick something. Like you're going to have to go through it. None of it's going to be perfect. You know what I mean? You're going to have to make some sacrifices. Like, especially if, you know, you're thinking longevity, like you say, you're Aquarius, so you think longevity. If I was you, I would have been thinking longevity for my son. He might be going without me for a little bit now or whatever the case may be, but it's all got a great ending. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be where we're
Chrisean also didn't have nothing to lose. She showed up with nothing and got nothing. Well, she got something, but like she went out like a clown. Like she blew up kind of goofy and did the most to get there. Tattoos and all that. But it's just so funny to me because she says I'm so fake, and then she tries to expose me. But when she first got her tattoo, she acted like it was hurting so bad. Like it's such a, you know, this and that. But it's like, now you're sitting here just tatting like it's nothing, like you're weird, don't, you know? But like for me, I had my son, I had something to lose. And like, I just think about like the just dynamic of it all. It was just like, first of all, I feel like Blue, like we're not working fast enough or like hard enough at this point. And then like I lived with him, but I still had a whole place in San Diego. My family was there, you know, and they weren't taking care of my place. So that kind of caused me to go figure it out, talk to attorneys, not get evicted.
Were you still paying the bills at the house?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It was during COVID. So like nobody was paying bills at that time, but like I had to figure out, you know, so.
You went back to San Diego after you just left here.
Yeah.
And you ghosted.
I didn't want to leave like that though. Like I really didn't. I really did want to stay. And a lot of the fans were like, oh, like Blue kicked you out. He overlooked you. That's not the case though. Literally, like we were on the way of making music. We were on the way of putting things out and getting things organized. But I
think she came back because like she said, it's true. God don't make no mistakes. Okay. So what happened was meant to happen. And usually when something what we think is so terrible and tragic happens, something better happens. However, I think that in her mind, because she's so self-centered, she is saying to herself that was a wrong decision to make, because I don't think that what's going on with her right now, she might look like $1 million or whatever, or trying to sound like $1 million or convince us she's $1 million or has $1 million, but she's not living that life. And a lot of people tend to talk the talk but not be walking the walk. I really think that she regrets leaving, and I really think that from a distance she's in them bushes, she's looking at Chrisean. Yeah, Chrisean's crying every other day, and she's going through problems with Blueface, and Blueface is now locked up to July 2nd, okay, of 2024. But he'll be back, he'll be out, and they'll still be going through their ish. She will still be in the picture. She'll probably become the main chick now. You got to fight for the main chick and hope that Chrisean Rock leaves out the picture. That's not going to happen. And by the time you even get to that happening, Chrisean Rock money going to go up even more. Her fame is going to go up even more. She's going to be probably at the pinnacle of her career by the time you play catch up with Chrisean Rock. And you mad at yourself, sis. I get it, Bonnie. But to sit on this interview when the interview is supposed to be about you, in your career and what's next, because it's not what you do in the beginning that counts, is what you do in the end, is ludicrous. Okay, it should be about you, not sitting on an interview talking about the next chick that's not even thinking about you at all.
Had that, and like I you know, talked to him about it, and he's like, you know, like just stay down for the team. And I'm just like, I'm trying, but I have to do. I can't, you know. I didn't tell him though. I just dipped. But
he pretty much told you, hey, you're gonna have to wait your turn. And you said, well, if my turn ain't now, I'm out.
That's not what he said. He said there was no turns.
You just know. I'm going off of what you just said right now with the, like, you know, just stay down for the team.
Yeah,
you know, so that's pretty much saying wait your turn. You know what I mean?
No, he was saying like for my apartment, like basically like just that's it. Like we here now. And, you know, he's being a dad to my son, or daddy role to my son, and like this and that. And like, I really didn't understand like what this whole thing was. Like, I don't know. I was trying to just understand like, where did I fit in and all this with this, him being my son's like daddy figure and all that. Like,
I can't stand when a man's playing daddy role to somebody else's kid and they ain't even doing it with their own. Where do they do that at? Yes, Blueface. Bonnie came up in here and did a Bonnie and Clyde on you, and she told you was over there trying to play daddy. And for what? You probably was fake playing daddy for somebody else's child that wasn't yours, when we know you're definitely not doing it for the one you got with Jaidyn or Chrisean Rock. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You need Jesus.
When we talk about the situation with, and I hope I'm not mistaken here, but like Chrisean, she had pulled out a
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Like, that's mammy. Like, what happened?
So we would do like a lot of these like TikTok videos with Jacob or whatever. He's like the guy that dresses as a police guy or whatever. So we do all these not interviews, TikToks and reels and just funny, go viral. But one time, like, I don't know, Chrisean would help me out with my kid a lot. Sometimes like she'll go feed him or whatever. And so I always thought she was good around him. You know what I mean? But there was things that I noticed, like everyone would bring up her calling him. Yes.
That's crazy.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, being weird. And then it was like, okay, why are you like, everyone's like, oh, you didn't stick up for your son. You didn't do this and that. And I'm like, no, I did. You feel me? Like, don't play with me. So I don't know. That's upsetting me.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out like the situation, like what happened, give you a chance to tell your side of the story because she allegedly
I just don't understand why she just interrupted me. But anyway, okay, moving on.
Oh, Nikki, stop. No, for real. Go, stop. Go, stop.
Okay, don't have...
It's okay. It's all right. We're fine. You know, because the conversations go like this. I don't want to, you know, upset her, like, because I got to ask her. This is my job. You know what I mean? So I ain't trying to upset you. And if you don't want to be here, mama, I promise you, you can sit outside and watch on the TV. It's cool.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
It's nothing but love. You can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Anyway.
So you say she was, because supposedly she was calling, saying that she was calling.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, you didn't stick up for your son, this and that." No, but she did the video so quick where at the end it just shows me like I just took a nap and I woke up and I was like tapping him, like rocking him, and she cuts it off right after she says it. So you don't see me when I tell her, "Don't do that. Like, don't play with my son. Don't call him." Okay, I'm sorry, I won't do it. This and that. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. Like, I'm not out over some. She didn't say shit. Stop crying. Like, so. I already checked her and she was like, cool. You feel me? So
any parent's going to take it the same still. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She can say like, or she can say the name. As a parent,
but it was like,
parent,
but still, it was like, okay, I already checked her. Y'all didn't see that because it's off camera. Cool. Like, she knew what she was doing. I could say that she was smart about how she moved, but I don't like that she played in my face and like how she would try to be funny and like the point.
We didn't see it because it didn't happen, ma'am. Bonnie, stop acting like you're Bonnie and Clyde with Blueface, because if you was, you wouldn't have left. Number two, I can't even picture you saying something like that to Chrisean Rock, even if she wasn't wrong, because if it's any truth to that she was calling your little man out his name, she's dead wrong. But you checking her, I can't see that. I can see if you did do it, that you'd be telling the story of how you got jacked up and you got earth slammed on the ground. So I don't get where this is coming from. But you have to live in your truth, and God bless you.
All that weird, that's weird to me.
Stop. Okay.
Why are you interrupting my interview?
Stop.
That was insane.
So you know what? I've just been noticing.
The devil chases you. It follows you.
And that's why I keep saying that, bro.
The devil follows her, boy.
But God has me covered. You know what? Chrisean has been like having her fans and people after me. She actually tried to tell Zeus to not work with me. Like, I'm trying to go on Baddies. I'm trying to do my own TV show. I'm trying to pop up. You feel me? And she's trying to like stop my blessings. But the thing about it is I cannot be stopped. All her fans and like life-threatening messages. Like, they really got her back. They bag on me. And I'm like, bro, y'all so funny. My makeup good is good. Like, look how flawless I look. And then she tried to play with me. Like, don't. And then tell me her whole life story.
She probably would have known what you was going to say.
The thing was, like, it's just weird. That's why I snatched this or weird.
I will.
Who wears a wig with a beanie on it? Weirdo. Like, you look dumb.
Let's run down all the weird stuff. The weird stuff starting with the makeup artist. You allowed to do your makeup, and she told you while she was doing the makeup that she is Chrisean's makeup artist. She does yours, and you got her playing in your face, and she makes the makeup flawless. But as soon as you get up on your interview, she wants to ambush it. I'm sorry. She wants to ambush it. I was gonna say bombard it, ambush it, and clown you but you clowned her because she had on a wig with a beanie on. You grabbed that hat off her head, not knowing that it was attached to the beanie. But also what was funny, and no jumper, this ain't no hate to you, and leave my boy alone. I'm just saying what all didn't look right. Why did I feel like he knew this was gonna happen? Like he kind of sort of before it even jumped off, he just had this, I don't know, this spirit over him. This, I don't know, that I was feeling that he knew something was gonna jump off. It was planned, he knew about it. It wasn't sitting too well with him. Maybe he was nervous. He doesn't do it all the time up in the building. I don't know. I don't look at this show all the time. But it all was funny. It all was shady. Good thing it looked like a stage. It looked staged. It really looked staged. But it's crazy how that went down. That really it is crazy. But she handled her business. Bonnie did. I'm surprised that she grabbed the girl's hat. I thought that the girl was gonna grab her weave off because she got a nice little weave on her, and go to town on her. But I think that the makeup artist really, she got sent in there, made a phone call and told Chrisean she got your name in her mouth. She did a real bad repping Chrisean Rock, because that was faking the fraud. That was an impersonation of repping somebody. It was fake. It was really fake.
Didn't expect that. That took a turn in events.
Like, I should have, had I known she was gonna be weird, I should have threw my drink on it. Then there's equipment. You feel me?
You kept the professionalism still going.
Yeah, I tried to, because I'm really not trying to come off all rowdy.
You tried to ignore it when she did it at first.
I tried to. I was kind of like, okay, let me just keep going because I don't know what's going on. But then she kept talking. And I was like, why are you interrupting me? This is weird. You don't go to somebody's professional.
Yeah, she did say that. I got to give Bonnie that much. She said that she didn't really know what was going on. Somebody run up to me, I would say I know what's going on. Somebody's trying to attack me, even if I'm not familiar with that person. I don't care if they did my makeup 5 seconds ago, 5 minutes ago. You come running up in the interview, walking towards me, looking like a crazy man or a woman. I'm getting up. We gonna shoot the ones. I'm not even waiting for you to hit me. I'm gonna hit you. So yeah, that was weird. Like me and old girl said in the comment section of my first video, this is part 2. It looks staged. So I think that's probably what Bonnie thought too. It was staged, but I'm looking cute. I'm trying to feel like I'm rich. I'm that chick. I'm doing the interviews all about me. Not Chrisean Rock right now. So it looks staged. Leave me alone. Don't interrupt my interview. This is my debut. Okay. And she looked a little leery in the face, but I wouldn't say it was a fear in leery in the face. So keep your day job, whoever, set this up.
Interview and start interrupting them. Have some class. Chrisean, stop sending You Can Get Me or Blue or whoever. She's Chrisean's makeup artist, whatever she said. So that had to be Chrisean.
That was crazy.
Her fan, I'm still shaking, bro.
Y'all say that y'all got her last minute.
Yeah,
she was a last minute.
I didn't hire her. I didn't choose I have a team that hires people that will, do my makeup, my hair, my clothes, all of that.
LA's big.
Yeah, LA is really weird. Small. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, okay, let's not say that.
I'm sorry, LA.
Let's keep the year.
But that just had me.
I know you like to be around here. I don't think it's that, and I know that.
I'm gonna keep this as a souvenir. Chrisean, come get it. I'm in LA now. Where are you at? Where are you at?
LA is huge, but it's small at the same time. Everybody
leave little girl, little Bonnie, leave Chrisean Rock out of it before you get hurt. Now you ain't gonna get a second time to grandstand and clown somebody. You did it with old girl with the beanie and the wig that came off her head. It was all attached together. But I don't think you're gonna get away if Chrisean Rock runs up on you. She gonna run up on you like a bull, and she gonna shoot the ones. And you might get hurt. Something might get broke. I don't know if it's going to be a nail, an eyelash, a tooth, maybe the chain around your neck, the heels that you're wearing. Something going to get messed up. Or maybe all of it. All of the above.
Everybody.
Like, how you do my makeup and, try to fix me up just to, though. That's why you didn't. Okay, move on. Let me take a breath. So did this, is this supposed to, I don't want the interview over. This is crazy. I'm so mad, but I'm gonna cool down.
I felt like I was asking you the right questions. I'm gonna
cool down.
So I'm like, you had no problems with answering them. She, on the other hand, had a problem with your responses.
I'm hot.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why that's why we don't really have, and I know I don't even know how that happened. But that's why we don't have a lot of people in the room or have other people in the room when these interviews
I get it now.
place.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I asked her respectfully. I said, hey, I got to do my job, sweetie. Like, I got questions to ask
you couldn't kindly.
You can go out and you can go watch
but don't blame her, Chrisean. This is Chrisean's people. This is what and then
she should have been more professional despite how she.
Now, I'm going to answer the question. Somebody had asked me in the first part of this video that I had put out yesterday. How do you know Chrisean sent her or put a goon on her? I don't know, but she is associated with Chrisean, and either way, whether Chrisean sent her to do it, whether she called Chrisean and told Chrisean what was going on, and Chrisean ordered her to do it, or she did it because she got more love. She has a better rapport with Chrisean. Either way, it got Chrisean Rock all over it. And I'm quite sure Chrisean is not mad that even if she didn't give the orders for that to happen, she's still happy the makeup artist did it.
Felt about what you were saying. You're here to do a job.
But
you know what I'm saying? This
is what I have to go through. This is what I deal with on a daily. Anytime I have opportunities or anything, like trying to stop my bag or trying to stop me from working with Zeus and being on different networks and TV. That's not, bro. That's why I want to see Chrisean. If she was smart, she would be like Natalie Nunn and get some money behind it. For real, we could do a professional boxing match if that's what you want to do. Get some money behind you being weird. Don't go behind people and have it like sneaking like she does. And she snuck some girl. What's her name? I don't forget her name. But on Baddies, when she auditioned, she had her friend sneak her. She be having people do her. Like her dirty work. You can't.
On which Baddies?
It was Baddies. Maybe for Baddies East or something.
Was it East?
Yeah, Natalie Nunn and Zeus Network and all of them, they watch me. I'm pretty sure they're interested in working with me. Yeah. I've gotten messages and proof of her telling them not to work with me. I'm trying to be on Baddies. I'm trying to be on Baddies. I'm trying to be on Blue's show, but me and Blue are still friends. So hopefully it's off for me. Like, that's weird. And I don't like that she tries to expose me.
Bonnie trying to get in where she fit in, and she ain't got no problem with letting you know. I'm struggling. I look like I got some money. I got a human hair, platinum blonde wig on, and I got a makeup artist doing my makeup. That's Chrisean's makeup artist, and she about to beat me down. You know, and I got a diamond necklace. It might be a cubic zirconia, but we gonna fake it to what we make it, you know, and I got some surgery done. I got a lot of work done on me. I look rich, you know what I'm saying? But I need some money. I'm strapped for cash. I'm trying to be on Zeus Network. I'm trying to be on Blueface Network. I'll be on Chrisean Rock's network, but I'm gonna get somewhere.
Telling the world that I was homeless when I left Blueface. And at the time, because I was fixing my situation, figuring it out. I wasn't
How's
homeless.
Your relationship with your family?
It's better now. Obviously, I think that we need therapy or counseling, some sort of, just because we all need to heal. Like I told you, what happened to me happened to my siblings as well.
It's okay. Take your time. Just take your time. You got this. I listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually feel bad for you because you shouldn't have had to put up with that.
It's okay. Don't feel bad.
That wasn't cool, though. It wasn't cool at all that happened to you because you really didn't do her. And that didn't have nothing. What you were saying had nothing to do with her, spite that you're.
What are you doing?
This girl's
Don't
here to
interrupt my
do a job. So
weirdo.
You got every right to feel the way you're feeling right now.
But moving forward, I'm just trying to stop talking about her.
It's cool.
I don't care.
I can just tell it still got you in a rile up because
I'm shaking because I now like you're playing with me, my name, like you've been, you know, it's just weird. I don't like that. I'm trying to come up. Obviously, I'm trying to make a name for myself. I have a son. I've been fighting for this for a long time. You know, there was a moment where I took a couple years off of just being kind of depressed and sad, like after the whole Blueface. Like I went through some person myself. You feel me? Like I'm not trying to continue beefing with people. Like I'm trying to make it. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make it. I ain't trying to keep beefing with people, but play with me. Let's go.
You're continuing to beef with people because if you was not trying to beef with anybody, you would not be trying to be back on no baddies on Zeus Network. You're gonna be beefing if you're in that show. Because if you stay on that show and you go, I'm just gonna be looking cute. I'm not there to fight. I'm just too old for this. They'll put you right off. Okay, you're not making that much money anyways per episode to be on there thinking you ain't gonna be up there, shooting the ones with them females up in there. Second of all, if you keep putting Chrisean Rock's name in your mouth, you're definitely gonna have a problem on your hands. You're gonna be running all through California trying to get away from her, and every time you see it, y'all gonna be on site beefing. So please think about what you're saying before you say it.
Just how you feel like, like I feel like I'm just gonna have to fight my way up to the top at this point. Like,
it's unfortunate,
Funny.
There you go.
You're fine, baby.
Boy, the devil got his ways.
It's good though, because God got me.
Girl, please. I'm real sensitive towards people and their feelings. I feel like this is stage 2. I did see this part. I didn't really peep it, but as I do this video, I'm just like, really?
I mean, I'm gonna be dealing with this, but God's gonna have my back regardless. Like,
for sure.
No one's gonna take what's mine. That's why people fight so hard to try to ruin it, and that's never gonna happen. Because now I realize I gotta stand 10 toes on what they want, and I'm going to. My makeup is.
No.
I hear you, girl. You gonna stand 10 toes even if you break a toe. I hear you. I hear you, girl. You are left plan A and you're on plan C or D, and you're trying to get back to plan A, and and that's back with Blueface and Zeus and all that stuff over there, which is you're pedaling backwards. Usually you're supposed to move forward when you're, trying to get somewhere in life. But you'll get it eventually, pedaling backwards too many times. It's not what you do in the beginning that counts, it's what you're doing. And maybe if you, food for thought, maybe if you're in the bushes listening to this Bonnie, the real Bonnie is what you call yourself, you'll pedal forward and maybe leave all the drama that you already see this happening before it even gets started alone.
No, it's not. You're good. You're fine.
I'm just trying to make it, and that's all I want to do. I don't want people trying to stop my
all right. Well, let's hop into a positive note. Let's talk about your personal growth and your spirituality. Let's talk about that. Let's get over to that side of it, like your growth and where you felt like you've came from to where you're at today. Take your time.
Well, I'm gonna end it right there. We already know what page she's on. I hope and wish her the best. I am a mother. I have a son that's in his 30s, and I'm quite sure my son's older than her, and Blueface and Chrisean Rock. But as a mother and as also a commentator channel who tries to be neutral, and I don't try to character assassinate nobody, I hope she gets it before it's too late. I think that if you've been in the bushes looking at the situation with Chrisean, why would you want to subject yourself back into that toxic environment? And you have a little one, still little, and can remember at this point going forward things that he shouldn't even be introduced to or back introduced to. But sometimes we have to bump our head a few times before we get it.